Come here. Listen to me. You don't need to upgrade your phone this year. You don't. You probably don't need to upgrade your computer either. Or your TV. Welcome back to the NO-VEMBER series. This is part 3 of a 4-part series where I'm using the old adage, use it up, wear it out, make do, or do without, to empower you to slow down your consumption and say no. Say no to Black Friday deals, holiday doorbuster, whatever, the bullshit. Say no to the bullshit. This is part 3. You can watch the previous 2 episodes right here, and I'll link it down below as well. The theme of this episode is make do, with the example of electronic waste or e-waste. Just like I did in my previous 2 videos, I always like to hit you with some stats right off the top, not to bog you down with numbers, but just to give you some context for what we're talking about. Because in order to talk about solutions, we need to understand the problem. And e-waste is a big problem. E-waste is one of the fastest growing solid waste streams in the world. In 2022, an estimated 62 million tons of e-waste were produced globally. Only 22.3% was documented as formally collected and recycled. Lead is a common substance released into the environment when e-waste is recycled, stored, or dumped using informal activities. ILO and the World Health Organization estimate that millions of women and child laborers working in the informal recycling sector globally may be at risk of hazardous e-waste exposures. And a lot of our e-waste in the global north is invisible to us because it often gets outsourced and shipped out to the global south where it's recycled in these informal capacities in really dangerous ways. And yet, we keep upgrading our electronics every year and being sold these upgrades and made to believe that we don't have the latest phone or laptop or tablet or TV, that we're somehow behind, we're less productive, we're less cool, less with it.
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
These companies exploit a certain scarcity mindset and FOMO, fear of missing out. That's bullshit. And I want to give you my own example, of not upgrading my phone for 6 years and what happened when I did that. So this is my previous phone that I had before my current phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy Alpha. I had this thing for 6 years before I upgraded it. And yes, it was turning into a bit of a brick by the end of it. But the point was, I wanted to see how long I could push it before I really needed a phone upgrade, rather than just giving in to the pressures of marketing and these tech companies that, like many other sectors, try to sell us on stuff we really don't need. I mean, unless your job is a product reviewer, or your job mandates it and they pay for your phone and they require the update, most of us do not need to upgrade our electronics, especially our phones, every year. Pew! When I finally did upgrade my phone, I got an old, It's an SE. It's from 2021. So again, my current phone I've had for 3 years now. Some people might say I'm a bit of what you'd call a Luddite or a late adopter, but I think it's important to resist this marketing and this nonsense of phone upgrades, because built into these tech companies' business models to get us to buy more of their stuff and buy every new upgrade and every new model and version is something called planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence is a strategy where companies intentionally create products with a limited lifespan. From smartphones to household appliances and even light bulbs, it's a practice that's intended to maximize corporate profits at the expense of consumers and at great cost to the natural world. So planned obsolescence is a real thing. That, combined with lack of right to repair laws, things like proprietary hardware and software, contributes to us having to upgrade these electronics every year, because not only are we being sold new models, but the very things we buy are not designed to last. But you can still resist it. So not only did I keep my previous smartphone for 6 years before I upgraded it, my laptop is also pretty darn old as well. And the model itself is actually 10 years old. It was built in 2014. I can still do my day-to-day work on my laptop. It works pretty well. And when the time comes, I will replace it, but that time is not here yet. I'm trying to get as much use out of it as I can before I upgrade. These things don't just magically disappear when we're done with them. They go into landfills. They get recycled in really unsafe ways. Slow it down. You don't need the upgrade. You can probably get another couple years out of your phone, your laptop, your tablet. And when your stuff has reached its end and it's time to upgrade, remember to recycle mindfully. Find an electronics recycling depot in your area if you can, and treat your electronics with respect. Use a phone case, a screen protector, so that you can make them last longer. There are so many more important things out there than having the latest model of the iPhone. When you stop giving in to these silly, arbitrary upgrades, you can start directing your attention elsewhere. It's your time, your money, and your energy. So spend it wisely and resist putting it into the pockets of billionaires who just want to sucker us into buying more stuff. Let me know in the comments how long you've kept your phone for, or your laptop, and any other ways you're resisting the scarcity mindset and planned obsolescence. All right, that's it for part 3 of NO-VEMBER, a 4-part series designed to empower you to slow down your consumption and say no. There's one more video left in the series, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm a recovering shopping addict turned minimalist, and I'd like to convince you to buy less stuff. If you're interested in that and you want to see more of this type of content, then I hope to see you back here soon.